So these are some unique feature of writing. So you can write as creatively you want. You have the freedom of creativity. However, unlike face-to-face communication or verbal communication, where you get the response immediately, there is a delayed response, and it limited cycle of exchange. So you send one letter, then you'll have to wait for for a reply to come, and then again you will write a letter, and then uh, you cannot keep on writing. There would be limited exchange of limited cycle of exchange, and you will get the feedback from the receiver only after some time has passed. So these are three levels to learn how to write effectively. First is the choice of words. So we have seen in non-verbal communication, words have a limited role to play. Other things like your non-verbals, your gestures, your body language also helps you in communicating better. However, when you are writing, you are engaging in written communication, the only way you can express is by using the right kind of words. Then constructing sentences and designing paragraphs. So these are three things which we have to keep in mind before we attempt to write. So in words, if we want to be effective communicators, we have to choose the words which we are familiar. So we have seen in barriers of communication, using jargons or using unfamiliar words can be a hindrance in making the right kind of communication. So the first rule to have a good written communication is to use familiar words. So these are some example. Use show in place of demonstrate, use instead of utilize, try for endeavor. So these are some complicated words. Everybody might not know the meaning. So if you want to be a good communicator, even in written communication, use words which we are familiar. Use short words. Okay. You know, in general, people don't try to read too much. Even if you receive various messages in your emails or your WhatsApp, you try to cut it down, or you just try to browse through it rather than reading the entire text. और जहाँ पे दिखता है कि बहुत बड़ा है, या कब पढ़ने की बात ले लो, जहाँ पे दिखता है कि बहुत पढ़ना है, तो हम जो है अवॉइड कर जाते हैं उसको. Okay, so to make people read, use shorter words. So यहाँ पे some examples given. Quit in place of terminate, agreed in lieu of accorded, last year instead of previous year. So try to use shorter words. Okay, so as we've seen in the earlier slide, use shorter words, economizing on words. Avoid cluttering phrases. So clarity, as we've seen, is important for written communication. And if you have cluttered, you have cluttered मतलब बहुत सारी चीजें एक साथ लिख दी हैं, it would be difficult to understand, and people will probably avoid reading it. Eliminate superfluous word. Be direct, avoiding roundabout ways of saying things. Avoid repetition of words and phrases. Determine emphasis on construction of the sentence, imparting unity to a sentence. So, whatever sentences you are using, there can be two ways. They can be an active way of writing it or a passive way of writing it. Usually, for better communication, we use active sentence. So, you emphasize construct your sentence using active voice and impart unity to a sentence. Now, what attention we have to pay on the paragraphs? Now, paragraphs are supposed to, each subject should have one paragraph. So that is what you would have been taught in your school as well. When you are writing, each paragraph should have, you should have a new paragraph for each new thought or new topic. Okay. So paragraphs should exhibit unity of idea or topic. Paragraph should be kept short, positioning topic sentence to advantage, and पैराग्राफ शुड मूव द टेक्स्ट फॉरवर्ड. सो आपने सबने एसेज लिखे होंगे और लेटर्स भी लिखे होंगे स्कूल में. सो यू वर टोल्ड द बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ written communication has to be an introduction, then the main body, and then finally the conclusion. So even your written communication has to be like that. So give some reference, then the main point, and then finally a conclusion. So for writing good letters or writing good mails, the first thing is, my favorite things which I've often keep on telling is Stephen Covey's first habit of effective people: begin with the end in mind. So know the objective well. Why are you sending this? तो कभी भी कुछ करने जा रहे हो, पहले पूछो ये कर क्यों रहे हैं. Okay, and when you know why you're doing it, your objective is clear. What is that you want to achieve from this? So know your objective well. When you know your objective, this is what I want to achieve. Then you will able to plan well. So first, know your objective, and then based on the objective, plan your communication. Write a rough draft, edit and revise. Okay, before I forget, I've not sent you the format for your resume, no? I have to send it. So I'll send it today, and please अपना resume बना लीजिएगा. मेरी गलती मेरी है, मैंने भूल गई कल में भेजना आपको, but I'll send it. तो उस हिसाब से अपना resume बना लीजिएगा. So edit and revise. So same thing has to be done with your resume as well. So जो पहला चीज बनेगा, पहला ड्राफ्ट बनेगा, that is not the final. इसीलिए हम इसको ड्राफ्ट कहते हैं ना. So you have to first write a rough draft and then edit and revise. Now same thing, same logic applies to your email writing. First is why you have to write this. So there can be various purposes. It could be just to share some information, or it can be giving a task or asking somebody to do something, or a reminder of something you had asked earlier, or replying to a task. So first is the purpose. Why are you doing this? So किसी कोई भी काम करने के लिए, no, इसीलिए I often ask you, are you clear as to why is that you want to go into banking? तो बैंकिंग में जाना है, पर क्यों जाना है, किस रीजन से जाना है? That should be clear. You will be able to do a good job only if you are clear about the objective you want to achieve. अगर आपको ऑब्जेक्टिव ही नहीं पता है, so then it would be difficult to achieve it. जब पता ही नहीं कि क्या करना है तो कैसे करना है तो is you know impossible to know. Okay, so first is to know what exactly you are trying to achieve. So what do you want to derive from writing and whom you are addressing? Then the next step, after you have decided what is to be done, then is the planning. कि कैसे करना है. So first we have seen that we have to prepare the rough draft. So for that, note down all the points. क्या क्या लिखना है, क्या क्या information share करनी है या क्या क्या task देना है या what is that you want to achieve. So arrange them in a logical sequence and then link the entire conversation. So this is very important for good communication. A rough draft is important क्योंकि कई बार हम लोग कुछ भी लिख देते हैं which is even not required to be written. So it is important for us to first prepare a rough draft using points that you have mentioned and then make a simple paragraph using correct grammar. तो हमेशा जिंदगी में याद रखो कि the shortest distance from one point to another. आज तो खुशबू है नहीं, but anybody would like to answer this question? What is the shortest distance between 2 points? Anyone? What is the shortest distance? किसी दो जगह के बीच में जाने के लिए सबसे छोटा रास्ता क्या है? It's a straight line, and that is for communication as well. For good communication, it has to be short and clear. So make simple sentence using correct grammar. So points to remember: use simple language, be specific, avoid vague words, use active voice. So ये आपने स्कूल में पढ़ा होगा एक्टिव वॉइस और पैसिव वॉइस. क्या डिफरेंस है याद है कुछ सिद्धार्थ? एक्टिव वॉइस पैसिव वॉइस में क्या डिफरेंस है?
यस मैम पढ़े.
हाँ, क्या डिफरेंस है एक्टिव वॉइस पैसिव वॉइस?
मैम
मैम एक्टिव में किसी भी काम को तुरंत करना जो होता है
अब
उसको
एग्जांपल देके पता
एक्टिव
चलेगा मैम
कहते
इस
हैं.
तरह.
नहीं
मैम कोई क्वेश्चन से
अर्पिता, क्या डिफरेंस है एक्टिव वॉइस और पैसिव वॉइस?
मैम एक्टिव एंड पैसिव वॉइस बेसिक डिफरेंस होता है. एक्टिव वॉइस में वी से समथिंग डायरेक्टली.
डायरेक्ट, करेक्ट.
डायरेक्ट.
या active is direct whereas passive is indirect. तो हमने देखा ना direct यूज करना है. So Ram is reading a book. So we are talking about Ram and what Ram is doing. Passive would be the book is being read by Ram.
By Ram.
तो जिसके बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं डायरेक्ट बात करेंगे तो वो एक्टिव वॉइस है, इनडायरेक्ट बात करेंगे तो वो पैसिव वॉइस है. तो when you are writing we are sending out a communication, you have to ensure that you use active voice. So for example, customer को आप लिख रहे हो, he has to fill a form, for example. So you should write, please fill up the form, rather than the form has to be filled by you. So it is using more words and it is an direct way of requesting the customer to fill the form. So the form should be filled up by you is a passive voice. Please fill up the form, or you are required to fill up the form is active voice. And avoid long sentences and paragraphs because they are difficult to to read and understand. So when you're writing a draft, इसमें सब कुछ लिखो. ड्राफ्ट में आप सब कुछ लिख सकते हो, जो भी आपको कहना है वो लिख सकते हो, बिकॉज कोई पढ़ेगा नहीं. आपका फाइनल आएगा ड्राफ्ट से. बट इफ यू राइट एवरीथिंग इन द ड्राफ्ट, you will ensure that you don't miss out anything. So remember that you are writing something that no one will read. And time yourself for 10-15 minutes and point down everything comes to your mind about the subject. Reread and now edit. एक बार लिख लिया, उसके बाद आप edit करेंगे to or before obviously sending it to the customer. So as we have seen, you are also known by the written communication you send. So अगर उसमें typographical या grammatical error होंगी, obviously it will not leave a very good impression about you. So check your language and grammar error. And in today's time आपके पास बहुत सारे tools हैं, चाहे वो आप email में भेज रहे हो, चाहे वो आप Word document में भेज रहे हो, all of them have ways to check your grammatical and spelling error. So run it through that. So check your language and grammar error. Is it clear, crisp and clear? मतलब जो हमने लिखा है वो सामने वाले को समझ में आएगा कि नहीं आएगा? If the answer is no, then redraft it. So your communication has to be crisp and clear. So to understand it, it is important to read it in the way of the receiver. तो जब अगर ये letter आपको मिलता तो आप इससे क्या समझते? So read it as if you have received this message, and if possible, ask a friend or colleague to read it if possible. So this is how. और ये जो है शुरू में आपको करना पड़ेगा, because again a skill take time to learn. So शुरू में तो आपको करना पड़ेगा, but gradually when you have done it for a couple of times, you will become proficient in doing it. So for the first few times, or anyways जब आप अपना नया job शुरू करोगे, everybody would be looking at you. So obviously you'll have to put in more efforts to make that impression. So we had seen ABC of impression management. किसी को याद है ABC of impression management? हमने पहले भी देखा था और कल भी देखा है. ABC of impression management. Anybody remembers? कल ही हम लोग ने देखा है. Devesh, ABC of impression management.
A is attitude.
No.
B is
Ma'am,
A is
A for
appearance.
appreciation, B
No,
for
ma'am.
behavior,
Hmm.
C communication.
A is for
Correct.
appearance, B for
Yes.
behavior, and C for communication.
Yes. So we've seen ABC for good impression management, and there is impression management on writing as well. So it also has an ABC, which is accuracy, brevity, and clarity. ना जो आप भेज रहे हो वो सही है, इंफॉर्मेशन हो, कम शब्दों में हो और क्लियर हो. So accuracy, brevity, clarity. So the absolute basics of writing, also referred to as ABC of writing: accuracy, brevity, and clarity. So accuracy would mean precision of facts, thoughts, and expression. It should give them impression of efficiency. The reader should be able to read and understand the message clearly. Pay attention to the details, क्योंकि we have seen that आपका जो ये है written communication, it will also remain for a long time. So pay attention and ensure that all information is correct. ब्रीविटी इज इम्पोर्टेंट है, क्योंकि बहुत बड़ी कोई चीज होती है, बहुत बड़ा कुछ टेक्स्ट होगा तो हम लोग खुद ही नहीं पढ़ते हैं ना. सो you should ensure that you use lesser amount of word. Obviously there is again a balance to be maintained between the information you want to share and the brevity. So obviously you have to work in two ways. First is that your written communication should have all the information which you want to share, and also it has to be brief. So you should look at the reader should get only the details necessary and nothing much. Remember, others are as busy as you are. Don't be cryptic just because you want to be brief. So clarity be like you cannot compromise clarity on for brevity. तो brevity भी होने चाहिए, कम भी होना चाहिए और clear भी होना चाहिए. So reread what you write, expand and cut. So if you find the message is unclear, add words to remove ambiguity. तो यहाँ पे again there is a fine line between कि आप जो है कम लिखना है, इसलिए चीजें लिखते ही नहीं है. So that is also not correct. So you have to have both clarity and brevity. So brevity, be brief on your choice of words. Put each item or points as this is what I told you. Each paragraph should have each topic should be covered in a separate paragraph. So each item or points as a separate paragraph. Don't use jargons. Jargons are words or language which is not understood by everyone. Know the reader if possible and write accordingly. So for ये हम कल भी हम देख रहे थे, बता रहे थे कि to have better relationship you have to understand the other person. So same is the case in written communication also. Know the reader if possible and write accordingly. Tone. So we have seen tone in terms of speaking. So tone is the emotion of your voice. Similarly, your written communication will have a tone. So tone can be arrogant, it can be dominating. So we have to ensure that we have a proper tone for the writing as well. So your choice of words will decide the tone of your writing. It's like dressing appropriately. When writing to colleagues or friends, you can use reasonable, familiar or informal tone. If you're writing to seniors, ensure your tone is same as formal. So for example, you are requesting and you are sending a form to the customer. So the appropriate language would be please sign the form. If you're writing to your colleagues, you can write that sign the form, or I expect you to sign the form. So you also have to be careful about the tone of the voice. Also in today's time, a lot of you and rather all of us are accustomed to using short forms or acronyms, which are not very formal. So acronyms or short forms should be avoided in formal communication. So ये मैंने आपको क्वेश्चन अभी पूछा था. Begin with the end in mind. Why is that you want to join a career? So सब लोग दो या तीन लाइन में लिखो why you want to join banking. और ये आपका जो ना इंटरव्यू का भी एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है. So why is that you want to join banking? Take 2 minutes to write. कुछ तो सोचा होगा आपने इमार्टिकल ज्वाइन करने से पहले कि आप बैंकर बनना चाहते हैं. तो दो लाइन में लिखो why is that you want to join banking. I'm giving you 2 minutes and then you will tell me why is that you want to join banking. और मैं लिखने के लिए इसलिए कह रही हूँ क्योंकि जब आप लिखेंगे तो आप सोचेंगे. So write 2 lines or 3 or 4 lines to tell me why is that you want to join banking. लिख रहे हैं सब लोग?
Yes, ma'am.
हेलो?
Yes, ma'am.
नो मैम।
क्यों नहीं लिख रहे हैं? गौरव, गौरव क्यों नहीं लिख रहे
अब
हैं?
लिखने जा रहे हैं। अब जा रहे हैं।
हाँ,
जा
क्या हुआ गौरव?
रहे हैं।
हाँ, आई कैन हियर यू। क्या हुआ? चलो लिख ले। अर्पिता बताओ सबसे पहले, व्हाई इज दैट यू वांट टू जॉइन बैंकिंग?
Oh, ma'am, first reason why I want to join banking is that the numerous growth opportunities which I can see here. And second thing, individually, I love challenges. To be very honest, I love challenges. And banking is a
Love what?
profession.
You love what?
It is a like challenging job, na? Like
It's a challenging job. Okay. Okay.
yeah, this
Okay.
is the thing which drives me to choose banking as a profession.
Okay. Fine. So I think, love is probably not a appropriate formal word. You can say that you like to take challenges or you prefer challenges.
Yeah, I prefer
Yes.
challenges. I should
Yeah,
say.
you prefer challenges. Okay. So good enough. Rahul, why is that you want to join banking?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, why is that you want to join banking?
Because ma'am, my education is related for this sector and uh, fixed job timing.
I'm sorry.
Because ma'am, my education is related for this sector.
Okay, and
In banking sector, fixed job timing
okay,
and job stability.
there is job stability. Fine. Devesh. Why is that you want to join banking, Devesh? Devesh?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah, why is that you want to join banking?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because ma'am, good salary and job established, challenging job.
Okay. Siddharth?
And ma'am, fixable time, Timing.
Fixed time. After working for a bank, Devesh, do you think banks have fixed time? So don't talk about this. You know, nobody is looking for people who want a fixed time, and we all know. And especially Devesh, you work for a bank. You know, there is no fixed timing for bank. You know, so don't talk about fixed timing, holidays. Um, you know, salary package नहीं. अभी आपका वो stage नहीं आया है. You know, so please don't talk about these things. So as I've been telling you, pay attention on learning and pay attention on conveying it to your interviewer. Don't tell him that you want to join the bank because there are a lot of holidays in the bank. There is fixed timing. You're not passing on the good impression to the customer, to the interviewer. Okay, so you have to be careful on your choices of words. ठीक है, तो ये कोई किसी को नहीं बोलना इंटरव्यू में कि सैलरी बहुत मिलती है बैंक में, या बैंक में छुट्टियां बहुत होती हैं, वीकेंड भी ऑफ होता है. प्लीज डू नॉट टॉक अबाउट ऑल दिस. राइट?
यस मैम.
ओके सिद्धार्थ, आप बचे हैं.
Yes, ma'am.
बताइए, व्हाई इज दैट यू वांट टू जॉइन अ बैंक?
Ma'am, in banking, the growth opportunity is more. And in banking, the customer interaction is there, and I like the customer interaction, to interact with the customer, new customer. And in banking, the job is stable. Hello.
Yeah, I can listen to you.
And it is also a very challenging job, so I like the challenge.
देखो, इतना ज्ञान इंटरव्यू में मत देना. चैलेंजिंग जॉब तो बोलेंगे, पहले क्या किया है चैलेंजिंग? यू हैव एनी एग्जांपल्स फ्रॉम योर लाइफ वेयर यू हैव टेकन अ चैलेंज एंड डन समथिंग अबाउट इट?
No, ma'am.
किया है ऐसा?
No,
यस
ma'am.
मैम.
अगर किया है तो गुड, बता देना. पर अगर नहीं किया है तो डोंट टॉक अबाउट इट.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, right? So choice of words is very important. Whether it is, especially in written communication. और ये आपका होमवर्क है, कल हम इसको चेक करेंगे. कवर लेटर. So by tomorrow, I'll just, after the class is over, I will send you the format for the resume. So after that, please prepare both of this, your resume and a cover letter. Cover letter क्या होता है? Cover letter is a letter which you send along with your resume. तो आपने कहीं पे कोई job opportunity देखी, and based on that, you are sending your resume. Okay? So एक cover letter बनाना है आपको और एक resume बनाना है. Now let us see email writing. Now email writing is an essential part of your corporate culture. आपको customer को information भेजना है, और especially आज के time में जब आप customer से face to face नहीं मिल पा रहे हैं, customer branch में नहीं आ रहा है, a lot of communication with the customer would happen through email. When we are talking email, I'm also talking about text messages. क्योंकि अभी टेक्स्ट मैसेज से भी आप कस्टमर से बात करते हैं, व्हाट्सएप से भी बात करते हैं, तो जो हमारे एटिकेट्स हैं फॉर राइटिंग एन ईमेल वुड अप्लाई टू योर टेक्स्ट मैसेजिंग एज वेल. सो फॉर गेटिंग द कस्टमर्स इंटरेस्ट, or you have to follow the AIDA model, which is attention, interest, desire, and action. So attention is, what is that? Why should I read it? Interest, that looks interesting. Desire, I would like to do it. And action is, I will go and do it. So attention will have two things. One is gaining attention and sustaining attention. तो email में how can you gain attention? Attention कैसे, आप कौन सी emails खोलते हैं? आपको भी बहुत सारी emails आती होंगी. कौन सी email खोलते हैं या कौन सी email पढ़ते हैं?
मैम जो हमारे काम के लिए, जो हमारे यूज में हो,
जो
जो हमें.
correct. So for gaining attention, you will have to show what is there for the investor. So you have come up with a new product. How does it affect the customer? No way. So probably customer would not read. So for gaining attention, you'll have to show the customer what is that for him. And to sustain attention, sustaining attention is trickier. So first thing is कि your communication has to be brief. अगर बहुत बड़ी कोई चीज होगी, कोई नहीं पढ़ता है, हम भी नहीं पढ़ते हैं, right? So for sustaining attention, you have to ensure that the communication is brief and to the point. So you look at your Outlook mailbox and there are several unread mails. In a current Outlook view, you can only look at subject line and sender of each mail. तो आप क्या देखोगे? आप subject line देखोगे, उसी पे decide करोगे कि आपको पढ़ना है कि नहीं पढ़ना है. So your subject line has to be interesting for the customer. So इसमें से आप कौन सी मेल पढ़ोगे? Which mail will you read on priority? कौन सी मेल पढ़ोगे आप?
And very urgent, immediately, immediate.
I'm sorry, कौन
response.
सी? Very urgent, immediate response needed. Anybody else has some other thoughts? इसमें से कौन सी मेल आपको ज्यादा important लग रही है?
Ma'am, I think minutes of meeting, internal team meeting,
Okay. You
Um,
read
for-
minutes of meeting. Okay.
team member
Any other
and
thoughts?
share the
Okay,
sentence
okay. We
valid
will
from-
discuss it. So you think you should read minutes of the meeting. Any other thoughts?
Ma'am, both very urgent and minute of meeting.
Okay, both.
Yes, ma'am.
गौरव कौन सी meeting पढ़ेंगे?
Minutes of meeting में.
Minutes of the meeting
First
पढ़ेंगे.
one.
Okay. राहुल? राहुल कौन सी पढ़ेंगे?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, कौन सी पढ़ेंगे?
Yeah, ma'am.
इसमें से हमने देखा कि ये चार आपके पास
क्योंकि
मेल्स आई हैं. आप कौन सी पढ़ेंगे सबसे पहले?
Ma'am, second.
सेकेंड कोट ऑफ द डे पढ़ेंगे.
Yes, ma'am. For correct communication.
अच्छा, ओके, फाइन. एनीवेज, इफ यू लुक एट ये वाला जो फर्स्ट मीटिंग है, ये क्या है? रिप्लाई है. इट्स नॉट अ डायरेक्ट मेल. इट कुड बी कमेंट ऑफ मिस लता मेहता on the minutes of meeting which were sent earlier. So these are observation by or thoughts of Lata Mehta on minutes of the meeting. It is actually not the minutes of the meeting. It's a reply to the minutes of the meeting. Then quote of the day क्या है? Quote of the day, corporate communication ज्ञान है ये, आपको हर रोज भेजते रहते हैं. Now Pritam Nadar says very urgent, immediate response needed. Okay? And he's a colleague from another department. ठीक है, तो ये दूसरे डिपार्टमेंट के हैं. लास्ट वाला मेल क्या है? अप्रूवल फॉर अप्रोच नोट टू एबीसी ग्रुप. तो अगर आप देखो, यू नो, विद माय कॉर्पोरेट एक्सपीरियंस, आई थिंक द लास्ट मेल इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि दिस इज फॉर मी. मेरे जूनियर ने भेजा है, मेरे लिए कोई एक्शन है. बाकी में हो सकता है मेरे लिए कोई एक्शन नहीं हो, क्योंकि इट्स अ फॉरवर्ड. प्रीतम नादर को किसी ने भेजा, उसने मुझे फॉरवर्ड कर दिया. मिनट्स ऑफ द मीटिंग का रिप्लाई है ये लता मेनन का, और कोड ऑफ द डे तो ज्ञान वाली मेल है. No? तो मेरे हिसाब से the most important mail for you would be approve. This is a direct mail. First thing, you know, usually replies and forwards थोड़ा dilute हो जाते हैं because they are not directly addressed to you. They would have been marked to you for your information or to get you in loop. तो इनका इतना रेफरेंस नहीं होता. बट ये आपके काम का है, क्योंकि अगर आपने अपने जूनियर को फॉर एग्जाम्पल ये अप्रूवल नहीं दिया, his work would be stuck. So first thing which we can look at how to see whether a mail is important or not is to see whether it's a direct mail or it's a forward or a you know, reply. A direct mail would usually be more important. Okay? So for this, as for me, is a more important mail. So look at what Pritam Nadar has written. As Ashwin is getting married in his hometown next month, it is very urgent, immediate response needed. As Ashwin is getting married in his hometown next month, a few of us from the team are planning of sending him some flowers and card. If you would like to join us, please contact me at the earliest. So for that, for Pritam Nadar, sending flowers and card to somebody is very urgent and it needs immediate response. And he is sending to everyone. तो forward लिखा हुआ है ना उसके आगे. Okay, so probably Pritam Nadar was knew how to get your attention, and therefore he has written that. So it is easy to gain the attention of your reader. Use the right words at the right time. However, be genuine, don't escalate or sensationalize. Now sustaining attention, तो उससे attention तो हो गया. अब अगर प्रीतम नादर ने बहुत बड़ा कुछ लिखा होता, probably you would have not read. So for sustaining attention, you have to ensure that your email is brief. Okay. So for sustaining attention, lists are better than paragraphs. Top down is better than bottom up. Bottom up is like आप क्या अचीव करना चाहते हो वो सबसे लास्ट में है. टॉप डाउन इज आप क्या अचीव करना चाहते हो पहले बोल दिया और उसके बाद you give the explanation. So these are better ways of sustaining attention, list and top down. So this is very important. If you want to sustain the attention, you have to show what is in for them. हाँ, ये सेल्स में भी हम यूज करते हैं. जब तक आप कस्टमर को ये नहीं बता देते या कस्टमर को क्लियर नहीं हो जाता कि what is there for him, he will not agree with you. What is in it for them and what is in it for me. So the customer, you will have to show it and the customer has to understand what is it in for me. मैं क्यों करूं? Why should I do it? If that is clear, probably the customer would be more open. And sustain the interest. So for example, this is a case regarding union budget of 14-15. We can also take this year, was presented by the finance minister. Based on the budget, industry specific implications have been drafted by head of your department. Your team has been requested to share these with clients from the media and entertainment industry. The purpose of this email is to support business development for the organization and strengthen client connect. Your intention is to inform the client on implication about recent budget relevant to their industry and also sensitize them as to how services offered by North Trust will help them benefit from this. Okay, so इसमें objective clear है? क्या objective है? इस mail का क्या objective? What is your boss expecting out of this email? Anyone? What is he expecting? इसमें लिखा हुआ है, बोलो उसी से देख के.
Ma'am, support business development. Basically,
yeah, so he's looking for business.
Yeah.
He is trying to get more business, right? So now if you draft a mail like this, the union budget for FY 14-15 was presented by finance minister in the parliament last week. We are pleased to share budget highlights relevant to the media and entertainment industry. Kindly refer to the attachment for further details. Do let us know if you need any clarification. So if you look at prima facie, there is no grammatical error, there is no spelling error. But what is wrong with this mail? Will people respond to this mail? Or will people read this mail? जल्दी जल्दी बोलो भाई, फिनिश करना है हमको. इससे जो हमारा ऑब्जेक्टिव है फॉर बिजनेस जनरेशन, विल इट बी अचीव्ड? will the objective of business generation be achieved from this mail? Yes or no? Fatafat, Arpita. Will this mail give you the results which you have envisaged?
Ma'am, I think those implications are not mentioned, so it will
Nothing
not,
is mentioned, you know.
nothing is
तो ये
mentioned.
मेल है, ये है, ये इसको पढ़ लो, कुछ चाहिए तो बता देना. This email is not going to
Irrelevant. Yes.
achieve any purpose, you know. So that is what happened. So no one responds to your emails. So maybe they have you know, they have seen it, but they have not responded, or you are not able to generate any business. So though all the recipients of your email have replied to thank you for sharing this information, no one has shown any interest in discussing the service offered by KPMG. You decide to call a client to find out whether they would be interested in collaborating with KPMG to benefit from budget highlights. During your conversation, the client informed you that his firm is keen on benefiting from the budget. He mentioned that your email did not specify the service. So your email failed to show the customer WIIFM. What is there for me? Why are you sending this mail? You are sending this mail to share the highlights of the budget. Very good. Thank you. But there is nothing for me, and therefore I would not respond. And then you speak to another colleague who says that 40% of her client have responded positively to the email sent. So probably she was able to show the what is there for the customer in her email more clearly than yours. So let us look at her email. So we at KPMG want our clients to tap into the opportunity presented in the Union Budget for FY 2014-15. So this is the first statement. So why should I be interested? Because there is something for me. With this objective in mind, I am pleased to share key points from the budget that are relevant to the media and entertainment industries. Attached herein is a document designed by our team of experts which highlights your prospects. When you partner with Northern Trust, your organization growth becomes our responsibility. Kindly connect with us to discuss how we may help you to grow. So can you see the difference between the two emails? देवेश, फर्क दिख रहा है दोनों ईमेल में?
यस मैम.
क्या फर्क है? क्या फर्क है पहले और इस वाले मेल में? क्या फर्क है? राहुल, पहले वाले ईमेल में और इस मेल में क्या फर्क है? बताओ भाई. गौरव, आपकी आवाज बहुत इको कर रही है. सिद्धार्थ, आप बताएंगे क्या फर्क है दोनों ईमेल में? पहला वाला जो ईमेल है वो जेनरिक है, आई एम शेयरिंग बिकॉज आई वांट टू शेयर. सेकंड में आई एम शेयरिंग बिकॉज इट इज गोइंग टू हेल्प यू. Okay, so that is the difference. So you will get a reply only when the customer sees how you can help him, right? So farak dikh raha hai? So basically when you want to get a reply or you want to get a response from the customer, you have to ensure that you show him the benefit you can bring to him, rather than what benefit, rather than sharing information or what benefit he can bring to you. It is like what benefit you can bring to him. And that's how the two mails are different. So for that, you have to do a TIA analysis, which is the topic you want to discuss, who's your audience and what is your intention. So हमने देखा ना, मेल लिखने से पहले या कोई भी written communication पहले से भेजने से पहले our objective has to be clear. So that is the intention. So you need to do a TIA, topic, audience and intention. So topic should be clear. You have to understand the audience with regard to relationship. If he's a customer, it has to be formal. If he's a colleague, it can be a little less formal. So you have to understand about the audience relationship, level, knowledge, and priorities. And what is the intention you want to achieve from it? So intention is it only to inform or to persuade or take an action. So पहला वाला जो मेल था उसमें दो our objective was to persuade, but the way we drafted our email, it was more about it looked like an information. So the language of our mail or the presentation of our mail would depend on the intention, should depend also on the intention. So how to ensure brevity to maintain interest? Share assumptions at the beginning. Eliminate repetition of information and redundancies. Short, sharp and punchy statement. तो ये हम पहले ही देख चुके हैं कि एक अच्छे ईमेल के लिए you need to have your email has to be brief. So दोनों चीजें करनी है, क्लियर भी होना और ब्रीविटी भी रखनी है. So use short, sharp and punchy statement. Now here it is another case study. Sameer is an engagement lead and spoke on behalf of Northern Trust for IJK Private Limited, a family-run manufacturing firm with a 500 crore turnover. A cross-functional team of 5 members supports him. He took over the account 2 months ago as Mihir Salva resigned from Northern Trust. The objective of this assignment is to streamline system and process as per ISO norm. It has been 4 days since Sameer has started following up with various client representatives for information necessary to close credit note samples. Today is the deadline and he has not yet received the data. He decides to write an escalation mail to the senior manager operation with an objective to ensure that he receives the data. So this is the data which Sameer has written. So Sameer says, okay. So dear Sameer, I have read your emails and spoken with my team members. Sorry. Yeah. So Sameer says, dear Venkateshwaran, I have been unsuccessfully following up with your team regarding data for credit note samples since the last 4 days. Our telephonically connecting with Karan, I was informed that details have already been shared with North Trust. We do not have records of the same. Credit note samples have to be closed today and I cannot waste time on this task. Hence, I am escalating the matter. Please refer to the attached document and provide the required data and approvals as soon as possible. Then the reply Sameer gets from Mr. Venkateshwaran is, dear Sameer, I've read your mails and spoken with my team members. It is my request that you stop harassing my employees for data that they have already been has already been shared. Your concern for meeting deadline is genuine. However, the tone and language used in email is highly unprofessional and unacceptable. Please ensure that someone else from Northern Trust connects with Mr. Karan to sort out this matter. So what do you think? Has this conversation gone well? Does it follow the corporate etiquette guidelines? Or what could be done differently? Hello, are you guys there?
Ma'am, I think there was a misunderstanding of tone, like that, how it is
Yes,
mentioned,
yes,
right? It is
correct.
possible that he might
Ah,
want to express something else rather than it got expressed something else.
correct, correct. So this mail exchange of mail is for actually not meeting the purpose. It is more about blaming and passing on the buck, right? So obviously these kind of things happen, but it should be avoided in the corporate world, because it is not personal. If you are asking for information, you have a purpose, and the person who is giving the information also is giving it in his official capacity, so there's no favor being asked. Okay? And the thing should be reflected in your name. So there was no professional tone. So what Samir could have done to avoid the scenario, the exchange of email should have been professional. So for using for a professional tone, it has to be polite and courteous. Rather than blaming something, address the action and not the person. And in corporate world, it is better to use we statements. So for example, for a company or for a client, for him, company is one. Whether you are working for one department or other department doesn't bother the customer. So use we statement, and don't write when you are angry. So we've seen this in communication, that when we are not we let emotion come into our communication, the communication becomes is not that effective. uh, and exaggerations and hurtful words must be avoided. Do not accuse while reporting problem or sharing concern, and never do it on email, because it can be also used against you. Okay, so do not accuse or report problem of sharing concern. So 7 C's of business phraseology. So this is what you should look in all your communication, whether it is written or more so when it is written, but it should be actually followed for all kind of uh, business communication. Your email should be clear as to what it has to achieve, concise और brevity जो हमने देखा, it has to be complete, correct, concrete, conceiving, courteous. So these are 7 C's of business phraseology. That means these are the things you should look, you should these are the check meters, or these are the things you should have in your email. So courtesy or the tone, is important, concise, brevity, complete, correct, concrete, and convincing. So if you're writing an email, some etiquettes which you should follow, you should have a salutation. That is the introduction. तो जब भी हम कोई letter लिखते हैं, so we write dear sir. So you can also use that dear sir, madam. In case it is your colleague, you can use his name. Or if it is a customer, you can write dear Mr. So and so. Salutation and sign off are appropriate and in right place. Appropriate para structuring for a coherent flow. So we've seen each thought on each topic should have one paragraph, and it should be interrelated. Short, precise, and appropriate statement and subject line. Your grammar and spellings have to be impeccable. Matlab they should have no error. And thankfully, we have enough tools to help us do that. You should also look at your formatting. So professional and uniform formatting. And timely response when replying to email. So emails are sent because you receive them immediately, and therefore the person on the other hand is also expecting a reply immediately. Okay, so timely response for email. So when you are writing email, identifying the type of action. So we have seen we write email for various purposes. We can write, for some information, or for getting some, for sending some information or getting some information. We can also write emails for assigning a task, or for maybe completion of a task. So identify the action type, indicate clear timelines, and invite to connect for further clarification. So obviously we have seen the 7 C's of communication. So your communication has to be complete, concrete, and correct. However, if there are still doubts, the receiver should be able to connect. So this is about effective communication. And as I've been telling you, communication is a skill. That means it will not come to you, and I will not ask you questions also, because I know that skills cannot be learned just by speaking or just by telling. You can learn the skills only by practicing. So today we have said, spoken about a lot about how your communication should be. So pick up some points and start using them. So for example, the assignment I've given you is to write a cover letter. So how you're going to write a cover letter for your CV can be one area of improvement, or one area of practice. Here, if you write wrong, no problem. We can discuss it and correct it. But when you send it to an outsider, it should be perfect in all senses. Okay. So I do not have anything else to share today. If you have any thoughts or any concerns, we still have a couple of minutes. You can speak about it. Yes, Siddharth.
Yes, ma'am.
कुछ क्वेश्चन, कुछ पूछना है या कुछ शेयर करना है?
Ma'am, I have a question to ask.
Yes.
Ma'am, as we're talking about communication skills, with that question, why do we want to join a bank? So what could be a better answer for that?
I'm sorry. See, so there is no better or best answer.
नहीं,
have
मतलब
to-
as we use the words like challenging and also, if that should
So
not be used, then
yeah.
what could be the reason?
Yes, so I gave you things which you should not talk about. So you can say that you want to join a bank because there are a lot of learning opportunities. You like to interact with people, okay, or you have a knack for numbers, or you like challenging jobs. These are all okay. So this show your willingness to be flexible. But if you talk about holidays, you talk about salary package, this is telling about you. So see, basically, why will a person recruit you? A person will recruit you not because he wants to pay you salary. He will recruit you because he thinks he will be able to use you to meet his professional goals. So you have to show him how you can help him achieve that professional goal. So for example, you say, I like challenges, I like learning. So that will show him your willingness and openness to taking up new responsibility, finishing your task, right? So again, communication ही है. People will be interested only if they see what is there for them. If they recruit you, what are you looking at? What are your expectations? अगर आप बोलो कि आप बहुत छुट्टी होती है बैंक में, तो you will उसको लगेगा अरे this person is joining because of the holidays, or every time there's an opportunity he will not stay back and take a holiday. Okay, so in the interview, when you are asked why you want to work in a bank, you have to show him what you can do, or what are your expectations of the bank, what you want to do. आप क्या करना चाहते हो, और वो जो है it should be in line with the with his expectation. He would want you to be hardworking. He would want to you to be flexible. He would want you to explore learning opportunities. So वही आपको दिखाना है. Okay, anything else? Gaurav, Rahul,
No, ma'am.
nothing. Okay, so if you have nothing to ask or nothing to say, then we will end today's session. In the meantime, अभी मैं कोशिश करती हूँ आपको अभी मैं भेजूं. I'll probably send it to Arpita because उसी का contact है मेरे पास. तो मैं अर्पिता को भेज देती हूँ. फिर अर्पिता will share it with all of you. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll share the resume. तो आपका homework है कि resume बनाना है और उसका cover letter बनाना है. ठीक है?
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
चलो bye bye then. Tomorrow we'll start a new topic. Okay, and in the meantime, prepare your resume.